Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Investing Fool. And it's mid of the week and the market is kind of going nowhere. थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे थोड़ा आगे पीछे कुछ हो नहीं रहा है ज़्यादा मार्केट में. तो today's video will be very short and sweet. We will just take a look at a cursory look at our portfolio. थोड़ा बहुत देखेंगे कि कौन से स्टॉक्स आ सकते हैं नेक्स्ट रीबैलेंसिंग में, कौन से स्टॉक्स जा सकते हैं. एंड we will look at the Nifty top 10 portfolio also, how it is performing, and we'll also take the stock of the day today that you must have seen in the thumbnail and why it rose by more than 10% today. So let's just get started. Before we get started, just the disclaimer ki all of the stocks, all of the securities, all of the comments that are shared on this platform are for illustration and information purposes, for educational purposes, and please consult your financial advisor before making any financial investment. So with that done, let's get started. And pehle let's take a portfolio, take a look at our portfolio, right? So core portfolio mein if we take a look, then basically kahin bhi gaya nahi hai portfolio. I think last time we had talked also, the portfolio was hovering around the same mark. It is actually less than 5% up on the index now. And stocks कुछ कुछ ऊपर जाते हैं, कुछ कुछ नीचे आते हैं. There is no consistency, there is no momentum in the broader market. हाँ, निफ्टी जरूर ऊपर जा रहा है, बैंक्स जरूर चल रहे हैं. So that is one thing that is performing really well. But if you look at the broader market, there is no certainty, right? Some stocks go up someday. The same stocks can go down again the next day, right? So there is no consistent momentum. If you look at the one-day chart here, right? So today the NSE 500, Nifty 500 was up 0.3%. We were broadly in line, but mostly we were losing. मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि if you look at Zomato, right? Zomato was showing some good trend over the past few days. Again, it slid by 2.4% today. Bajaj Auto slid by close to 2% today. I think trend कल down था. मोटा मोटी ज़्यादा कुछ मतलब चेंज नहीं हुआ है in terms of like trend. HAL all are like hovering around the same mark. Dixon was down today after many days. So Dixon को तो चलता है क्योंकि it has been giving good performance for quite some time, and the net change is now at 37%, close to 37%, after coming so soon in the portfolio, right? So let's look at the buy date for Dixon आया कब था? So 2nd May, right? So 1.5 महीने हुए हैं. It has given 40%. That's like good enough for us. And if you see, we'll talk about PowerIndia, but PowerIndia surged by almost 11% in today's session. BDL was up 2.8%. Cochin Shipyard was up almost more than 3% intraday. फिर दिन खत्म होते होते it was like close to 1%. Kalyan Jewelers has been showing good movement over the past few days, but again this stock was also down I think yesterday's trade. So मोटा मोटी कोई ज़्यादा consistency नहीं है, and that's why like in this kind of market we do not know like what a particular stock is doing. Even the portfolio doesn't move much. I've plotted the last 10 days performance here on this tab. ये portfolio वैसे for those of you who are new to this channel, this portfolio is public, right? So whatever we buy, whatever we sell, when we buy, how much we buy, everything is public. The strategy is free. We use a paid screener, but whatever we are sharing here on this channel, everything is public. So you can view this anytime. So इस sheet पे if you go on this last 10 days वाला tab, right? This I just created today for my own like visualization. So this basically how I've done this is basically I pulled the Google Finance prices for all these जो भी हमारे stocks हैं portfolio में अभी, right? Core portfolio में जो 20 stocks हैं, I pulled the Google Finance prices for those, then I normalized those to 100, right? So if we started on 100 10 days back, then where would we reach today, right? So basically this is today. So this is today -1. So this is actually yesterday's price, but I can extend it to today also. It's the same concept basically, but once you normalize it to 100, right? So then you see ki if you take the starting price 10 days ago as 100 as the base, then where do you arrive by today, or in this case by yesterday? So if we look at so I think that is why the PowerIndia surge is not seen in in this chart, but अगर कल तक का price consider करते हैं, right? So this is how the stocks have performed like in the last 10 days. So if you see, majority of the stocks are in the middle bulge, right? Which is normal for any Gaussian curve, right? Most of the observations are in the middle, squeezed in the middle. कुछ लेफ्ट टेल में होते हैं, कुछ राइट टेल में होते हैं. तो यहाँ पे जो ऊपर जा रहे हैं स्टॉक्स वो कौन कौन से हैं? सो दिस इफ यू सी दिस वन, राइट, दिस इज आई थिंक Zomato. Yeah, this is Zomato. And if you see this one, this is Cummins. So Zomato followed by Cummins, followed by Kalyan Jewellers. So these three stocks have actually diverged or given close to 4% gains from from the beginning. And मतलब इनका भी ट्रेंड, मतलब ट्रेंड तो वैसे किसी का भी कंसिस्टेंट नहीं रहा है. लाइक नो वन इज ग्रोइंग like very clearly, right? That which is fairly natural. We might have to look this over a longer term also. If we look at the losers, there are a lot many losers. So that is what I'm saying. Overall, मतलब even though portfolio कुछ नहीं जा रहा है, on any given day, the index is kind of growing more than we are growing. The broader market is going. And when I say index, I basically refer to Nifty, not Nifty 500, right? So let's keep that in mind. And if we look at the losers, losers are a lot, right? They are, so this one is BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, we'll talk about it. Then Cochin Shipyard has been a little bit of a loser because it was much higher 10 days ago. Shobha has again lost a bit of momentum after coming to the portfolio, but it is recovering. Then we have Torrent Power. Torrent Power is close to exit. We'll talk about that again today. So and if you look at sectoral indices में private bank, if we see, it's the strongest performing over the last 1 week, right? In today's trade, okay, I'm not sure, the color combination is kind of haywire over here, but if we see, even today the strongest stock is strongest index is private bank, Nifty private bank only. Going back to the slide, let's start. So as we talked, right, no major change in the portfolio. On the right side, you can see here the Nifty private bank index. So this private banking index is growing like crazy over the last few sessions. If you see, this green surge is there, so it is making new highs consistently. Talking about the stocks, one of the stocks that is gradually losing momentum is Bombay Stock Exchange. So Bombay Stock Exchange, the current rank I think is around 36. So if we see here, and I know there has been a request on how I do the screener. It's basically very simple. Let's just apply some filters. Like we can see the filters on top of this. We just have to apply this using a drop down, and then we are done. But I'll make a detailed video on that same. There is also a detailed video by Viraj, who is who has created this screener, right? So on his YouTube channel also there is a detailed video on what all the filters mean. But I'll take some time and make a video about my process as well, more or less the same. But I'll still make it sometime. But abhi ke liye, if we see this 36 rank, right? This is for BSE, right? So BSE it has been a very good performer over a very long time, but बहुत time से चल नहीं रहा है, and we will need to exit it if it exceeds the rank 50. So it is currently at 36. अगर 50 के बाहर गया तो हम उठा के फेंक देंगे, and or if it falls 25% from the all-time high. So if you see in the sheet, if you go to the all-time sheet, you see that currently it is at a pullback of 22% from the all-time high, right? So the moment it goes beyond 25%, if it's a rebalancing day, we will just take it off from the portfolio. Let's go back here. So Nifty private banking index, we already saw, continues to be the strongest index over the past 1 week and 1 month also. So the two losing stocks, the two loser contenders जो हैं, those are Torrent Power and Thermax. So they're still within the top 50 ranks, so they are in the 40s, but both are in loss. If we see here, the loss is not significant. So Thermax, we are down 5%. Torrent Power we are not down that much, right? So it's hovering around the level at which we bought it. So basically, and that's what I always say, कि momentum, for some stock to get kicked out of your portfolio, it doesn't need to be giving you a huge loss or anything. It might just stay there, it stay at the same price level for a long time. Even then it will get kicked out because it is not growing, right? We are going after the growers. Like if someone is just stagnating, then we'll kick that stock out. So Torrent Power might get kicked out in the next rebalancing. So that is on June 30th, and I think June 30th is a Sunday. But anyway, coming back to here, and the potential incomers, अगर ये दोनों बाहर जाते हैं, so two potential incomers are Motherson and Schneider and Exide Industries. So Motherson and Exide Industries we had talked about in the previous video also. Schneider has recently overtaken Exide in the list, and again power stocks, मतलब they are kind of in vogue, although last कुछ sessions में इतना कुछ ऐसा momentum nahi raha, but even if we see today, right, the stock that has given us a 10% gain, that is PowerIndia, and that is the final point for the day. So PowerIndia or Hitachi Energy, so basically the company's name is Hitachi Energy India Private Limited. It is listed as PowerIndia. It surged more than 10% today and वैसे तो वी कैनॉट एस्क्राइब डेफिनेट रीजन कि कोई स्टॉक आज क्यों बढ़ा या कल क्यों नहीं बढ़ा था या परसों क्यों फिर से घट गया, वी कांट डू दैट, बट द मोस्ट लाइकली रीजन is a news that came out yesterday in favor of PowerIndia, that it has signed a new order, 790 crores order with like for to supply equipment as part of a project called Marinus Link. So this is an Australia based project. If we look at the chart for PowerIndia, right, it has been growing consistently. यहाँ पे the moment where we bought it, right, we had bought it at crazy like highs, right? So the stock had gone like crazy. It has like almost risen by 9% almost every like for 2-3 days, and then after that somewhere around this time we had bought it, and that is very scary, right? If you are brought up with that fundamental mindset ki like I shouldn't be buying things at a high, then this is kind of crazy. And then it went nowhere. There is some significant drop here. Again it consolidated a little. फिर June 3rd आ गया, June 4th आ गया. June 4th को पता है सबको कि क्या हुआ, right? Our counting debacle happened. Sorry, the exit poll debacle happened. The counting was all right. So basically that day the stock again fell by crazy, और तब से it has again started growing up और यहाँ पे इसने ये high cross किया and it just went rocket today. I don't know how it will perform tomorrow, but if we look at the overall gain for this stock, so PowerIndia, it because of today's growth of like 10%, it has come to 33%, and it basically overtook Cummins, right? And it has actually come after Cummins. So if you see, ये Cummins के 15 दिन बाद आया है, and इसने Cummins को overtake किया with just one major stroke, that is today. So that is also a thing that we should always like try to remain invested, because majority of the gains in such stocks come on one or a few days. If you are not invested in those days, if you are trying to time and because you don't know when they will come, right? And in one day they can go up 10%, in the next day they might go up again like another 6-7%, right? You have seen how Cochin Shipyard grew some time ago, right? अभी तो consolidate कर रहा है, but anyway this screenshot kind of I have taken from the link of this website. The Marinus Link project has its own website. So basically it's a like transmission project between Tasmania and Victoria. These are two states in Australia, and उसके मतलब उस project में Hitachi Energy India has gotten some order. So and we don't need to go into the details of it. Even I am not aware of the details of it. It's not relevant, right? हम तो भाव भगवान के principle से जाते हैं. So because of this news, probably the stock has hit a new high, and let's see how this performs tomorrow. जाते जाते एक नजर डालते हैं Nifty top 10 portfolio पे, right? And by the way, this is another portfolio for those of you who are new in this channel. This is another portfolio that we do. So we take the top 10 stocks out of Nifty, the 50 Nifty stocks, and we rebalance it every month. and it was going very good, but recently सबको पता है कि निफ्टी में क्या हो रहा है. So the private banking stocks are going up, and because we take a look back period of a 1 year, right? So the stocks we have, the criterion with which we select those stocks is the average sharp returns over 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. So private banks have just started performing recently, right? And Nifty is like going higher and higher because of these, right? HDFC Bank ले लो, कोई भी ले लो. वैसे आज तो I think HDFC Bank down था 1%. I'm not sure at the end of the day, but still, like, banking stocks are going higher, and we don't have any banking stock in our portfolio, right? So like, that's why the outperformance that was almost double. Matlab, I think in the last video I think we had discussed it in the last video regarding this portfolio ki this was around 4.8% or something, and this was 9.6%. So it was more than double actually than the index. But now the gap has started closing, and that is all also another factor of the size factor, right? Because it is relatively difficult, I feel, to outperform within the Nifty, using momentum as a factor. So we'll see. We are anyway running this experiment. We are taking the exits every month, and इस महीने भी हम exits लेंगे 4 दिन बाद. The exits that can come this month are Hindalco, and I think there was another BPCL. So BPCL अपने I think 200-day average के नीचे जा चुका है. So that is why BPCL will go off, and Hindalco might also go off. And what might come, so this is another screener that I've created for Nifty 50 Momentum 10, and if you see what can come, ये सारे तो already हैं portfolio में. So what can come is Shriram Finance and Tata Motors. Now the issue with Tata Motors is that Tata Motors पहले भी हमारे portfolio में था. So we just exit it last month at 924, and I think the current price around 950. So but screener जो बोलता है उसके हिसाब से हमको act करना पड़ेगा. If we like if there are like whipsaws, like someone goes outside top 10 and then comes back again the next month, then we'll have to take it. We'll have to buy it at the new price. That's the reality of momentum. And like other strategies where we have kept a buffer, जैसे 20 stocks हम लेते हैं, but हम worst rank held 50 का रखते हैं कि 50 के बाहर जाने से तभी हम फेंकेंगे. This is a much more like strict strategy in the sense कि 10 के बाहर जाते ही हम फेंक देते हैं, right? So there could be a lot of whipsaws. I mean, we might review it later कि 10 से 15 करना है or whatever, but I don't think that may make such a difference. But let's see where we go with this. So आज के लिए इतना ही था. So if you like this video, then please press the like button. And अगर चैनल को अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो please consider subscribing. We are always discussing these stocks, and I'm also working on a new way of like ranking stocks using the 1 year high or the 52-week high. So we'll see, because there is sufficient research to corroborate the fact that buying stocks at that 52 high works. It is a distinct phenomenon from momentum, from the regular momentum, क्योंकि momentum में हम rate of change देखते हैं, and इधर हम कुछ भी मतलब past का record कुछ भी नहीं दे रहे हैं. मतलब past का record इस sense में देख रहे हैं कि if someone hits 52-week high, then we basically take the stocks that are closest to their 52-week high, right, on any given rebalancing date. So we will take a look at that paper also, and we will look at creating that portfolio, and we'll see how it goes. That might become the third portfolio on this channel also. So yeah, so that's it for today. So channel को like करो और subscribe करो and share करो, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.